On Wednesday's Daily Clone, Taylor Mauser evaluates himself as offensive coordinator. He also talks about the challenges of preparing for a very, very good Iowa defense, plus some Big 12 business news. All of that after a word from a couple of our sponsors.
Good morning, oranges. Oh, top of the muffin to ya. Potato salad! We still on for lunch? Great! Sliced bread. You're the best thing I've seen since, well, you know. Oh, hello! Don't think I forgot about you. Friendly at Fareway. It's more than just a name.
The Neil Diamond Musical, A Beautiful Noise, the uplifting true story, featuring all the songs you love from his Grammy Award-winning career. October 21st through 26th at Des Moines Civic Center. On sale at dmpa.org.
Hello and welcome into the Northwest Bank Studios for the Daily Clone here on a Wednesday, presented by Fareway Meat and Grocery. You know the drill. Fareway is your spot for all grilling and tailgating needs for the big game on Saturday. Today I want to continue and break down Taylor Mauser's press conference from Tuesday. Not only is Mauser one of the most aggressive play callers in Iowa State history already, he's also great with the media. Not that that means everything, but he gives us entertaining quotes. But more importantly, he's honest with us and the fans about the offense and his job as the OC. Here's how he evaluates the offense so far this season.
I'm still really sour and mad at myself for just the first fumble against Kansas State. Happy with the operation through the first 2 weeks, but you're always hunting for the margins of what you can do better and how you can execute better, how you can get other people involved more. So not where we need to be, by any means, but I still think when you have a guy like we have at quarterback, you're always, you feel like you'll have a chance, and we got a lot of little things to work on. We got to run the football a lot better. We got to have a better start to running the ball. I challenged those front seven guys really after last game of us being able to have a better start in the run game, because you're not going to be able to, get chunk plays like that, especially in a game like this week. So we're going to have to be better at the line of scrimmage between the tight ends and the O-line at running the football. And I think when you look at us the last 2 years there, we aren't where we need to be. We're better, but we got to be better at running the football. So we have a lot of ground to make up there.
Now with a full year under his belt, here's how Mauser evaluates himself.
Probably the biggest thing from last year to this year is that I wish I would have known maybe is just to be bold and to roll the dice a little bit. And it's really hard to methodically move the football on people. And there were times last year where I tried to do that and it stalled our offense out. We have a really good quarterback and some good people, so let those guys go make plays for you. And I probably just being conservative and nervous early last year is what I wish I could change. But we have such a good offensive staff here, and we're so trusted. When someone makes a mistake or suggests something and it works or doesn't work, we're able to make good adjustments. So I'm not as worried about that stuff. I'm not afraid to fail as much as I was early last year, and I was.
Mauser will be a big key on Saturday, especially knowing the caliber of defense that they're going up against. Mauser and Rocco know what's waiting for them on the other side of the ball.
I think the culture of that defense and that team speaks for itself. The physicality, the nastiness that those guys play with, you got to bring your lunch pail to that game. And you look at last year, how much of a struggle it was for us in the second half. They're going to make you earn everything. They're not going to give you anything. And some of the best offenses, you watch Ohio State win the national championship last year, and it was 0-0 in the second quarter of that game. And it's hard to move the football. They make it really tough, and they suffocate you from all angles. So it's a culture war as much as it is anything. It's a battle of toughness. It's a battle of grit. And most of the time it's going to come down to a play here and a play there, and you don't know which one it is. And that's what makes it so awesome and so scary at the same time.
They've been doing the same stuff for the past 20 years, ever since Coach Parker has been there. And so they've just really good at it. Those guys over there are really fundamentally sound. Their scheme is amazing. So it's really tough to go against that defense. Last year, Ohio State scored 7 points through 3 quarters. So it just shows you how hard that defense is to go against. You just got to find ways in those little holes, the little areas that you can get the ball thrown and where you can run the ball. So it's going to be fun.
This year's Cyhawk game marks 3 times in the last 6 years with a major spotlight on it. Of course, ESPN's College Game Day was here in both 2019 and 2021. Now Fox's Big Noon Kickoff is making the trip this season. The Cyhawk game is getting attention outside of Iowa once again.
Number one, I think the respect nationally for both programs. I don't know. I think we've had to work really hard to get our program to that point. Obviously what Coach Ferentz has done over the longevity of time has great respect for what he's accomplished, and certainly that program has accomplished. So I think when you look at it holistically, that's neat that it's garnered such national attention. There's a lot of great rivalry games in college football, and the fact that this one has become meaningful, I know that means a lot to certainly both programs.
Along with Big Noon Kickoff, Barstool's college football show will be live on the Ryman Plaza at 8 a.m. on Saturday. This comes the same week that the Big 12 is offering a quote-unquote blank canvas with Barstool founder Dave Portnoy for engagement opportunities to get the Barstool brand around the league. That'll, of course, be on full display in Ames this week. Tomorrow on the Daily Clone, we will talk all Mark Gronowski and the Iowa State defense preparing for the Iowa offense. You won't want to go anywhere. Cyclone Fanatic, of course, is your spot all week long to get you up to the game. And then Saturday, we'll cover the game quite like nobody else does it. Thanks for supporting the Daily Clone here in the Northwest Bank Studios.